It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Sacramento Kings going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. One of the players we'll see tonight, Brandon Ingram, second overall pick in 16, has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant, but Kenny, he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, we knew it could take a while, but he's going in the right direction. I mean, he's a little undersized in terms of weight, but his ability...
It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
he's skinny.
Okay, he's a little skinny.
Thank you, Ernie. His shooting efficiency is a work in progress, but he has the length to impact all areas of the game.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
I don't like the word skinny.
Slender.
There he is.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This game is part of the travel schedule for New Orleans. And, of course, Brandon Ingram. And now's the time where he's getting settled during these first few games with the new team.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Lonzo Ball knew the Lakers needed a leader, and he thought he could fill that hole. He said a lot of it is natural. I think you're either born a leader or you're not. Now, the Ball family does not shy away from controversy, and it didn't last season either. So none of us know exactly where this is all going to end up. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Well, we have 2 loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent. But in this day and age, boy, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Make a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
So Sacramento will get the first possession. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Holiday out there with Ball. Then there's Favors. Then there's Okafor. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. Now here's Barnes. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Healed, can't hit. For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to Los Angeles. Here's Ingram. Here's Favors. Tries again. And the layup is good.
And so it begins, taking control right up front.
And, you know, Greg, that's what you like to see, grabbing hold of the lead right now, right away.
Here's Fox. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
Ball kicks to Holiday. Pass to Okafor. Here's Ingram. Ingram can't get that one to fall.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happens.
Now here is Holiday. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Favors can't get it to go.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
It's good. Barnes has got his first basket of the night.
And, you know, Barnes does a nice job sizing up the defense close to the basket. I mean, when he's near the rim, takes his time, knows how to get his shot up and down.
Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Lakers.
Yeah, his big night wasn't limited to his offense. His steals numbers were way up there, and it was a special night for him in just about every way.
The Kings have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Fox kicks to Barnes. Doesn't go that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Fox kicks to Bagley. Back to Fox. Healed outside. Poked away. Three-pointer. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Here's a look at some stats for Okafor. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's averaging 10 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
The Pelicans have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Ball, the pass to Ingram. New Orleans moving it around. And it's Ball, that time on the assist by Okafor.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
Healed outside. Pass to Barnes. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And now to our rookie leaderboard for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. 5th on the list, Marvin Bagley.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
Well, he's a premier pickpocket last month among rookies. You can't afford to get lazy around him because he'll leave you empty-handed for sure.
Here's Ingram. From down in the low post, it goes.
And, you know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot and that extension he gets on it makes it very hard to block.
Now, here's Fox. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Barnes against Favors. Bagley with a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. The Pelicans have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
And Ball knows how to distribute the ball. Pun intended for sure. An impressive point guard who continues to improve and impress as a passer.
Now here's Barnes. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. They kick out to Hield. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hield's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Passes it to Holiday. Outside Favors. Back to Holiday. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Fox kicks to Hield. From 13, that one no good. Good D by Holiday.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. And Jahlil Okafor, the 3rd overall pick back in 2015, has had his ups and downs to the start of his career. But, you know, Clark, he feels now he's on the right track.
Well, I think he recommitted himself to fitting in with the team and has been working harder than ever before. Sometimes disappointment can motivate you to greater levels of work and commitment. He was kind of a forgotten man in Philly, and now he realizes a second chance is with him, and he's trying to make the most of it.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Miller's checked in for Favors. Etuan Moore comes in for Ingram. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Orleans.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
That free throw good from Holmes. As the season gets longer, so does the injury list. And Clark, you've taken a look at how you stay healthy, what these athletes have got to do, changes from era to era, but what precautions do teams take right now to ensure their players are at their very healthiest?
Well, you know, I think it's all about preventative maintenance and a really good training and medical staffs, and most of those in the NBA are excellent. Do a good job of the preseason work, the conditioning work, the customizing of routines of weightlifting and recovery for each player. And then it's a matter of the player following the protocols and his particular program so that you fight off injury. And if you do get injured, it typically isn't, you're not out for extended periods of time. So, and then the emphasis on rest cannot be overstated. Teams are doing a much better job at managing the bodies of their players.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
That free throw good from Miller. Both free throws good for Miller.
Textbook shooting from the stripe. Great form, soft release, mark it up.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 2. There's the pass to Bielitsa. He kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Redick. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Hart. Kicks it to Okafor. Can't connect from short range.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Moore passes to Hart, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
2 shots, foul, 2.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Joseph. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Knocked loose. The Kings trailing. And Corey Joseph quietly changing his game clock the past few seasons to better his efficiency.
I agree with you there. I mean, he's done a nice job of recognizing the value of becoming better as a spot-up shooter. And as a result of the work he's put in, he's become pretty lethal on catch-and-shoot situations.
That one is off.
Joseph is a guy who's a proven champion and does whatever's asked of him, and that makes him a solid leader on this team.
That one misses. Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. Miller kicks to Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Okafor. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Sacramento's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. That puts them in the lead. And the Kings lead by 2. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Pass to Miller. Sacramento grabs the miss. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Favors comes in for Okafor, and it's Jackson in for Ejuan Moore. And he gets the bucket. Bogdanovich with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Memphis. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Boy, you just love the way that J.J. Redick moves on offense. He keeps his defender occupied, constantly on the lookout for operating room to get his shot off. He comes off screens extremely well, uses angles and craftiness. Terrific off-the-ball movement by one of the best shooters in the league.
Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at New Orleans. This season has been a struggle for them. They're down at the bottom of the conference. And of course, Sacramento, just a couple spots back.
And I think for New Orleans, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
And for Redick and his movement on offense, Clark, most know him as a shooter, but he does so much more.
Yeah, he does. He moves well without the ball. He's a better defender than he gets credit for. He's a guy that can put it on the deck now and drive when you close out to him poorly. His game has grown really quite nicely, and we know what he is as a shooter. A laser.
Two shots.
And he makes the first. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Sacramento leading by 3. Bogdanovich finds Joseph. Now Holmes. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Giles. And that one is good. Giles has got his first points of the game.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
And here are the numbers for Bogdanovich. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Nat was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Boy, some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
Now, here is Miller. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Rebounded by Holmes. Now the Kings with it. They're on an 18-7 run. Passes it to Joseph. Here's Giles. Wide open look. Derek Favors with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 6. Jackson drives in. Favors passes to Miller. Lays it up off the glass. Miller's got 5 now.
Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
Jackson against Joseph. The pass to Bogdanovich. Now Holmes. Shot on the wing, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
The Pelicans have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and the Kings will go for a different look here. Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Harry Giles. Healds checked in for Bielitsa, and it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good for Miller. Now Fox. Pass to Bogdanovich. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. He kicks it to Favors. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Here's Holiday. He has 6. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer, and he connects with the jumper. Holiday's got 8.
And, you know, Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He also passes the ball pretty well.
And here is Fox. Deflects the pass. Right back after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Yeah, and that bench, boy, has been really good. Provided a nice spark so far.
Pelicans trail by 3. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday and Moore filling out the perimeter. Favors is out there with Ingram. And it's Jackson in a point guard. It's stolen by Hield. Here's Fox. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And Fox excelling at scoring through contact that time, Kevin. Always looking to take it all the way to the rack.
Ingram kicks to Holiday. Pass to Favors. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. He can't get it to go. Good D by Hield. Sacramento leading by 5. Barnes with it. Favors picks him up, and he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 6 points for De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The shot by Holiday, no good. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Pelicans. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Bagley, no good.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Ingram kicks the ball. Back to Ingram. Passes the ball. The 3. It's good from long range. Ball's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Now here's Barnes. On the wing, Hield. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Hield's got his second basket.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Ball kicks to Moore. Ingram with it. Guarded now by Barnes. It's tipped.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Hield dishes to Bagley. Barnes passes to Hield. Now here's Fox. He's got 6. No dice from the high post.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot. De'Aaron Fox, another hyper-athletic point guard out of Kentucky. Great size at 6'4". He can impact the game at both ends.
And De'Aaron Fox made his mark at Kentucky with his terrific on-ball defense. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, he picks up 94 feet, and that's really how you set the bar for your team, with how hard you compete at the defensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. And so he makes both from the line. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Barnes outside to the paint. Okafor with the steal. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Here's Bagley. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general and has great vision on the court.
Ball against Fox. Ball kicks to Moore. Poked loose. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
The defensive instincts of Fox. Man, scrapping and clawing for every steal he can get. Great speed with his hands and feet.
Here's Ball. 14 points from him the last game against the Lakers.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Here's Fox following the basket by Lonzo Ball. And another turnover here by New Orleans. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Now, here's Ball. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Holiday, the pass to Ingram, launches it. That shot is off, and the Kings going the other way now. Here's Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Fox has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Guys, he has been a major factor, big time, outstanding at getting quality looks and knocking them down.
Fox against Ball. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ball's got 9.
You got to be composed when you go inside, knowing that you're going to have some contact and resistance facing you. Ball unafraid to get it deep inside.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Fox against Ball. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. And there's the nice layup by Fox. 12 points for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Bagley. Giles comes in for Harrison Barnes. Bielitsa, he checks in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Ingram. He has 6. Here's Ball. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And one thing you can't question about Bagley, Greg, his intensity level.
As competitive as they come. He's ferocious around the rim. Oftentimes, he looks like he wants it more than anybody else on the floor.
Here's Fox following the score by New Orleans. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. And Bielitsa kicks to Holmes. Redick against Bogdanovich. A floater, and it's denied.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
But he gets it back. Tries again. A drive by Redick, and it's good on the way in. Now just a 2-point Sacramento lead. The Kings have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Bogdanovich passes to Giles. Kicks it to Fox. Inside. And Okafor with the block.
And the reach of Okafor cannot be understated. I mean, when he's around, he's very good at getting those big paws up quickly and batting shots away.
Now, here's Ball. 9 points in the game so far. To the inside. It's deflected. Here's Bielitsa. The pass to Fox. He kicks to Bogdanovich. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and backcourt tonight for Sacramento.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And it's Ingram missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
It's tipped. Here's Fox. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
Yeah, also, though, they've done a good job of pounding the offensive glass for second chance points.
First free throw is good.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Joseph, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so he makes both from the line.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Over to the wing. Holmes down low, working on Okafor. Holmes kicks to Joseph. Shot clock at 6. And Okafor with the block. Ball against Joseph. Here's Okafor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Okafor's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Ball with it. 9 points in the game so far. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers.
And that one misses. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Joseph looking around. Four on the shot clock. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
New Orleans making a switch here. Favors is checked in. On defense, New Orleans. There's the triple. Buries the long-range jumper. Bogdanovich has got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
The Kings leading. Inside, here's Holmes, and the rejection by Favors. Fires from the wing, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Okafor with the steal. Here's Hart. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Favors. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Sacramento making some changes. Swanigan, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And Leiden subbed in for Bielitsa. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Sacramento. They're off to battle the Clippers after this game, as they'll be playing at the Staples Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Swanigan. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 1:53 left to play here in the second quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Jackson. The feed to Favors. Jackson misses.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Sacramento making their last shot. Good on the triple. Jackson's got 5 now.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Bogdanovich passes to Leiden. 1:06 left in the first half. Joseph against Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Joseph, that's good. Joseph's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, capable from the interior. When Joseph has the space needed to get a shot off, he uses it.
Hart kicks to Favors. 43 seconds left in the first half. Here's Hart. It's Okafor atop the key. From the high post, he drills it. Okafor's got 4 this quarter.
Phenomenal awareness by Okafor there. Phenomenal. Sensing the space and calmly taking advantage of that space once the pass came his way.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. 14 points for him. Out to the right wing. Holmes. Kept alive. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Kings have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of the game. Hield against Holiday. Over Hield. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings ahead, up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Dave Yeager, Coach, how do you keep up the defensive pressure and slow down their offense?
You know, we got to just try to keep them in front of us and shoot jumpers, and then no second chances.
Rebounding is your team's strength. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
I think it was their passing that's kept them in the game. You can see it in their assist numbers. They were very, very unselfish. The ball moving from side to side, guys making good cuts. It's enabled them to create a lot of chances. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bogdan Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pelicans trail by 4. Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bagley, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Yeager. Now here's Ingram. Clock at 6. Over Ariza. And it's Ingram missing.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now Holiday, Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Good on the shot. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
You know, the size of Okafor is really hard to deal with. I mean, he's skilled at putting his body near the basket, and then when he catches it in there, he makes good use of his chances.
Now here's Barnes. Now Fox shoots over Ball. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Hield's got 7 points.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Favors against Barnes. Here's Holiday. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Here's Ariza. After Drew Holiday's score. To the middle. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by Ariza. Bagley's got his second basket of the night.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. Here's Ball. Pass to Favors. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Ingram missing. Kings leading now by 4. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Hield. Barnes outside. Down low. Here's Fox. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Hield against Holiday. Okafor up top. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them. And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Kings leading now by 8. Here's Barnes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Oh, fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Now here is Holiday. 10 points for him. Here's Favors. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediate. And, guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
And that one falls for Favors. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
A chance here to see how the Kings rank in the NBA right now.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. To the inside. The kick out to Barnes. Off target with his 3.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And it's Ariza with the ball for Sacramento. They've led by as much as 10. Hield against Ball. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his 1st foul of the game. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Here's Bagley. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Puts it up from 17. Fox, no good.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Outside Holiday makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And you know, Holiday has a gorgeous touch from outside. He's a deadly shooter, an absolute laser when you give him space to fire.
Here's Bielitsa. He's covered by Ingram. Three-pointer, Hield hits it from three-point range. Hield's got 10 points in the game.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
Tipped away. Stolen by Ball. And New Orleans pushing it up now. The wide open look here for Holiday. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Hield outside. Kicks to Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Here's Barnes, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Derek Favors.
Determination is a valuable attribute, and Barnes plays with determination, committed to at least getting the foul on the way up. Nice job.
Sacramento making a switch here. Giles is checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Okafor. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. Holiday, the pass to Hart. Favors trying to break free.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
It's Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one. Pelicans trail by 9. And here's Holiday. He's got 13. Here's Favors. Banked in off the glass. Favors has got 5 points now this quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Barnes outside. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And he has started to turn it on now after that slow start.
Holiday against Hield. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Hart, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Barnes. Bogdanovich comes in for Buddy Hield. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Here's Holmes following the score by New Orleans. Goes back up. Giles, that's good. Giles has got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Now here's Moore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Here's Joseph. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Joseph against Redick. Joseph finds Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Hart. The putback, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got 11 rebounds in the game. Bielitsa pass it to Bogdanovich. Joseph against Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Giles kicks to Joseph. Top of the key. Good on the jump shot. Giles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for the Kings. Yogi Ferrell comes in for Joseph. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Redick against Bogdanovich. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, it feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can't.
Now here's Moore. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bogdanovich against Jackson. Bogdanovich, no luck. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for New Orleans. Down by 12. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Farrell. And New Orleans also making a change. Williams, he's checked in for Frank Jackson.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
Sacramento leading by 10. Bogdanovich finds Ariza. Now here's Bagley, covered by Okafor. Kicks it out to Ariza. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Rapid fire release from Ariza like a staple gun. Boom, boom. Outstanding at shooting as soon as the pass gets to his hands.
And E'Twaun Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. In the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Graves checked in. Redick against Bogdanovich. The offensive rebound. Bagley. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. Bagley's got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior. And you're going to take as many of those high-percentage shots as you can get.
Kings leading now by 12. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Fox, no good. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Hart the pass to Moore. Now here's Okafor. 6 points for him. Gray's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And so here is New Orleans. Trevor Ariza missing from long range.
And giving up some height. He just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
Now here's Bagley. He has 6. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter. Pelicans trail by 12. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Trying his luck deep. Gray, that's good. 7 points in the game. Sacramento's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Holmes kicks to Bogdanovich. From 17 feet out, he squares up and sinks it. Bogdanovich has got 20 points.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. New Orleans making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. 2 points. That one goes. Hart's got 10 points.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
Redick against Fox. Kicks it out to Ariza. 1 second left, and it's Bagley that time on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got his 3rd assist on the night. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Kings lead by 11. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ejuan Moore is out there with Okafor. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Hart in at shooting guard.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's Ingram, and it's good, 2 points.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Kings leading now by 11. It's stolen, and New Orleans pushing it up now. Feeds to Moore. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Okafor missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Ariza. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Bagley. Buries it down low. And the Kings lead by 13.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
5-on-3 break. Ariza has the open look. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Boy, I really like seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J. A lethal scorer who nails these shots regularly.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Some changes for Sacramento. Barnes, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdan Bogdanovic. New Orleans also making some changes. Favors comes in for Ejuan Moore. And it's Drew Holiday in for Hart. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, well, Dave Yeager was just going over his game plan with his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, hey, this lead isn't big enough, not by a long shot. I don't want to sit back and play this one out. I still need some aggression. Guys, back to you.
Now here's Ingram. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. But Trey and Ingram the bucket on the assist from Favors. 17 points for Brandon Ingram.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now here's Hield. From 17 feet out, and it's Ingram with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 10. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Passes to Holiday. Kicks to Okafor. Over to the left wing. That cuts the lead to single digits. 12 points for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Knocks it loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Bielitsa, he checks in for Sacramento. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Bagley the pass to Hield. Hits the jumper in space. And the Kings lead by 9.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Ball kicks to Favors. Now here's Okafor. Tight defense on him. It's Ingram on the wing. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ingram's got 9 points now in just the second half. Kings leading now by 7. Fox passes to Hield. Now the pass to Barnes. He kicks it to Bagley. And there it is for him. Bagley's got 4 points this quarter.
And you know, Barnes is a really good all-around talent, a skilled passer for a guy his size.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. Ingram with it. Favors with a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sacramento moving it around. Fox kicks to Bagley. Back to Fox. Stolen by Holiday.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
One shot, find the lanes.
And already Okafor has become a dominant big man in the association. Has a good number of post moves to choose from, in addition to a nice jump hook.
Now here's Fox. The feed to Bagley. Over Okafor. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 14 points for Marvin Bagley.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, what can they do? I mean, nobody can miss a shot. I mean, these guys are bringing it on offense right now.
Okafor. Rebound by the Kings. Bagley's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Hield with the bucket. Pelicans trail by 10. Pass to Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists now in the game. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the 4th quarter. Terrific shooting. Hield outside. On the wing, Barnes. Over Favors. Barnes can't get it to go.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Okafor dishes to Ingram. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. I mean, his jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, lethal.
One shot, find the lanes.
On the free throw, no good. Got a piece of it. Favors with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Holiday.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Fox against Ball. Feeds to Barnes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Kings lead by 6.
Can't allow Barnes that kind of good position in the post, because once he has it, it's dinner time.
Outside Holiday. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Sacramento making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Now, here's Fox. Pass to Hield. He feeds it to Barnes. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Fox with the steal. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for New Orleans. And so here's Sacramento. 6-point lead. Inside, Moore with the steal. The 17-footer. And Holiday with the basket on the assist from Ingram. Ingram's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And you're starting to see some tired legs on those defenders as we come down the stretch here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, fatigue really a factor. You can see the heavy legs, and that's why he was wide open on that shot. The defender just couldn't get to him.
And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison, or that aspiration, for Harrison Barnes.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the 4th.
Bagley brings the double team. And Okafor slams it in.
And I'll tell you what, he's got a really sharp basketball mind. Always keeps the defense wondering if he's going to flare out or cut hard to the basket after the screen.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by New Orleans. Fox passes to Hield. Kicks it to Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram with the steal. Passes it to Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
So good to see Ball using his size on these drives, Kevin. He's very effective at getting inside and then making the defense foul.
And you look at Lonzo Ball, and mostly his offense stands out. But you know what, Clark? He is a strong defensive player as well.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's got a nice combination, Kevin, of strength and length, which allows him to stay in front and disrupt opposing players. Really good instincts on and off the ball, which I think is why he's able to come up with blocks and steals from his position. I don't think he gets enough credit for how good he is at the defensive end.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both good from the line that time. Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
To take the lead, Barnes grabs the miss.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
They get it back. Bagley, field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Stepping up, Bagley lives to compete. He wants the ball when the game is on the line.
Holiday against Hield. Holiday attacking. That one misses. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Here's Fox. Bagley. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
He gets them to within 1 possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Timeout called by the Kings. They lead by 3. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marvin Bagley.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Barnes. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Boy, I tell you, I love seeing Barnes take these shots. Doesn't get overwhelmed, doesn't rush it, takes his time, and delivers.
Holiday finds Okafor. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Gets the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both shots good from the stripe.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
On the wing, Barnes. Over Favors. Barnes can't get it to go.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Fox kicks to Barnes. And 1:01 left in the 4th quarter. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Ball with it. Outside Holiday. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
What an offensive force Holiday can be when he's going like this.
And there's the pass to Barnes. Over Favors. Sacramento again missing. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Here's Okafor to take the lead. Sinks it.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 2. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Favors.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Okafor with the steal, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Time working against them here.
It sure is, and with such short time, it'll be really hard for them to catch up.
Fox, no good. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Shot to stop the run. Can't connect. So New Orleans wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, we all know you can score. The defensive end has been the challenge. How did you take that step forward tonight?
My teammates challenged me, the coaches challenged me to get better every night so I can score, but they want to see improvements on the defensive end.
And you took that step forward tonight, Jalil. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.